Hello,
Hello,
namaste.
namaste. Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard really good things about you, so thank you for
Yeah,
seeing me.
okay. So it's good. So good to see you. And yeah, you told me about the recent diagnosis of
Oh,
osteoporosis.
bless you. Yes. Yeah, I've got the information just behind, and it says I've got osteopenia, like in the femoral neck, and also in the hip, the left hip and the femoral neck. They're both osteopenia and osteoporosis in the L1 through L4,
Uh-huh. Okay.
which I find really shocking, to be honest, because I run. I
Mm.
run on concrete sidewalks.
Okay. So you told me, I just wanted to note it down. So you told me in the femur and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the femur, the femoral neck, I've got a T score of minus 2.2,
mm-hmm.
and total hip left, it says minus 2.0.
Total leg.
It says total hip, and then in brackets it says left. So I guess it's the whole left hip.
Uh-huh.
And L1 through 4, those are the lower spine. I've got minus 2.7, which I
Then
do, yeah,
minus
2.7.
2.7 is
That's osteoporosis. That's L1 through L4.
okay. L1 through L4 is minus 2.7. Okay. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, T scores.
Okay. So when was this diagnosis?
It was like 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Um, the reason why I'm freaked out is my mum had a fall just recently, and she was in a lot of pain, and they realized that her nerves were being compressed going down her legs
Mm-hmm.
because of compression fractures in her lumbar, osteoporotic compression fractures. So I don't want that to happen to me. I want, want to stay healthy.
Okay. What's your age?
I'm 61.
Okay. And when was your menopause?
I'm like 52 and a half, I would say.
Okay. How many children do you have?
Two twins.
Okay. Uh-huh. How old are they?
They are 24.
Mm-hmm. And were they normal delivery or cesarean?
Yes, yeah. No, I did a normal way. Hmm.
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you, bless you.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So are you on any supplements?
Well, the only thing my GP said to me was to take calcium supplements with vitamin D3 up to 1,200 milligrams a day. And I've been doing a little bit of research, and it seems like the supplements are not a good idea. It's better to get the calcium in food as opposed to in supplements. So, as it was making me, it was giving me a little bit of constipation, I just stopped it, and I've upped like I'm drinking milky drinks at nighttime. I'm adding cottage cheese. I'm eating more cheese. I'm eating green leafy vegetables. Um, so I'm trying to get the calcium naturally as opposed to like in food as opposed to in supplements.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know whether
So
that's right. That's how it always feels better to do it through food than
that's
just taking. Yeah, yeah.
yes. So I would like to know more about your everyday routine. Like, generally do you have regular bowel movement or do you have tendency of constipation?
No, no. I have generally I'm good. I noticed that the moment I stopped, I went like the next day I was back to normal.
Okay. How many bowel movements do you have in general? One or two in a day?
Yeah, a couple in a day usually, one or two. Yeah, something like that.
And how is your sleep habit? Is it good? Your sleep is the quality of
It
sleep.
is not good. Not good.
Okay.
I've been under a lot of stress in the last year and a half for home reasons, work reasons, family reasons. And
Mhm.
I've always been an insomniac throughout my life. It comes and it goes, and I deal with it.
Mhm.
So I'm actually in the process of just about to start doing some cognitive behavioral therapy
Mhm.
to teach me to see my bed as a nice place to go as opposed to a battleground. So
Have started
yeah,
that?
I've started. I've done this. I'm at the point of doing the sleep diary to ascertain where my sleep really is before doing the sleep restriction. So that yeah, and I'm going to time that because with work it might not be good if I'm really sleepy.
Okay. What type of work are you in? Like, is it a daytime job, fixed duration, or is it your own business, like variable timing?
Yeah, I work for a cancer institute.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah. Mhm.
Is it a demanding job, mentally demanding job?
Mentally very demanding. I don't stop for 9 hours every day.
Mhm.
It's not an inspiring job, but it's I have to be on the ball all the time.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm actually looking to change my work because it's not exactly. I've been doing it for a year and a half, so but
Okay.
um, I'd like to be doing something else that's a little bit more fulfilling and challenging in the right way and creative. At the moment, it's not.
Okay. And at what time do you go to bed and when do you wake up?
Um, I have been waking up at like I don't want to wake up at 5:30 or 5 or whatever, but that's the time I've been waking. I've been waking up throughout the night, and I'd like to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, but I very rarely get there. I go to bed at 10:15. I think it's too early. I should be going to bed at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Um,
And you wake up at 5:30. That's what you told, right? You like to sleep.
Yes. I mean, I'm averaging about 6, according to my sleep diary, I'm averaging at the moment about 6.25 hours,
Mhm.
between 6.25 and 6.5. And I know that's not enough for me.
Yeah. Okay. And how much water do you drink every day?
A lot. Yeah, a lot.
2 liters more.
I get up, I have 2 large glasses of water. I drink water and herb teas through the day. I also drink coffee. I drink water at night. I drink chamomile tea just before I go to bed. I drink a lot of liquid. I'm not dehydrated.
Hmm.
I could maybe calm the coffee down a bit. I've switched from regular coffee to decaffeinated coffee in the last week.
Okay. How many coffee do you used to drink before that?
2 proper coffees a day.
Black coffee.
Black coffee, or black or white, both. And also a black tea as well. So
Oh,
quite a bit of caffeine and green tea too.
oh. How many cups of green tea a day?
Just one cup of green tea a day. 1 cup of black, 1 cup of green, sometimes a red.
Okay. Okay. So have you stopped the tea as well, green tea and black tea, or you are still continuing them?
I've just switched to decaffeinated black tea. Um, so that's once a day, that's a decaffeinated. And I've switched one of my coffees to decaffeinated, the lunchtime one. So I'm still having a caffeinated coffee first thing in the morning to help me get going because I'm tired.
Hmm. Okay. What do you have for breakfast?
I don't. I don't eat until about, I don't know, 1:30 most days. I
Uh-huh.
don't eat. It's something I started doing about a year and a half ago, the intermittent fasting, because I was finding I was getting bloated at night, and a friend had been doing it, and I thought, well, I'll give that a try. I thought, there's no way I'm going to really going to miss my porridge oats first thing in the morning because that's what I was eating, porridge oats with kiwis or and a bit of ginger and it was really yummy. But I was always really hungry by 11 o'clock in the morning, and I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to skip breakfast, but I could, and I found that I wasn't hungry
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't bloated in the evening and I lost, I don't know, maybe 4 kilos. And I thought, oh my God, I'm not eating enough. But then it stopped and I stabilized. So I carried on eating like the same, and my weight went down to what I was when I was, a young woman. So it seems to work for me.
Okay, since how many days did you tell me this? You don't eat breakfast in the morning?
I've been doing it for about a year and a half,
Year
the
and a half.
intermittent fasting. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what do you have for lunch at 1:30?
Salad. I love my salad.
Okay.
Yeah, raw vegetables basically. But
Hmm.
I add a little bit of like I always eat pulses, so I'll add garbanzo beans or lentils or something like that to give me a little bit of protein and some cheese as well.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Only salad for lunch. No carbohydrates?
No, but I find when I get back home from work, I reach for a slice of my homemade sourdough bread.
Hmm. Okay. So that is at what time do you have that bread?
Like 5:30, 6 o'clock when I get back home from work.
Okay. And what do you have for dinner?
I love kind of curries and, like dal, and I love all of those kind of things. My family likes meat. We have some meat. I mean, I'm not vegetarian, but we don't eat a lot of meat. Um, but yeah, we eat rice and pasta. When I don't have time, I'll do something quick, like just veggies with some rice or a pasta recipe.
Okay. Meat is like how many times in a week? Dinner is at what time? Dinner at what time?
It depends if I'm going out to do some sport when I get back home. It can be like 7:30, 8 o'clock, or
Hmm.
I try to do it a little bit earlier if I possibly can, but if I want to do some sports, then it's delayed. So
Hmm. Okay. And what about meat? How frequently do you eat meat? How many times in a week?
I would say a couple of times,
Mm-hmm.
like chicken or red meat. Yeah.
Red meat, how frequently?
Probably we haven't been eating as much chicken these days, so a couple of these days it's more like a couple of times a week for red meat and not really the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't eat fish enough. We don't eat fish often enough. I maybe do fish once a month, so I'm not getting fish, that's for sure.
Okay. And what about your what about egg intake?
Eggs, yes. Yeah, I do omelets and I use eggs. I'm using eggs much more than I used to. I've increased that because, I know I'm going to get protein that way. And
Weekly, how many times are the eggs?
eggs, maybe once or twice a week.
Okay. And exercise routine?
Exercise, I run. I try to run twice a week. I've been swimming once a week. I've been trying to find time to do some yoga. Um, but I haven't had time. So I'm doing sport 3 times a week.
Okay. And alcohol, smoking?
I don't smoke. I've never smoked. Alcohol, I'll have a glass of wine 2 or 3 times a week.
Hmm. Anything else you want to tell me? Any surgeries, any treatment in the past? Any medications in the past?
The only medication that I'm on at the moment is I'm really nearsighted. I'm really short-sighted. So, and there was glaucoma in my family, and I have had like higher, like borderline high ocular pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So I take something called latanoprost, and that's to lower my pressure in my eyes. So I use that every night.
Okay, since how many months or years?
Years it is. It must be 6 years I've been using this stuff.
Okay. Okay. Can I see your tongue?
Mm.
Okay. And what is your body weight?
I in kilos, I don't know, but in pounds, I think I'm 118.
That's okay.
It's like 52, 53 kilos, something like that, Maya.
Okay. So it seems that you are Pitta Vata Prakriti. You're a Pitta Vata person mainly. Are you aware of the doshas?
I'm aware of them. I think a very long time ago, I did some sort of body, like
Okay, body
working
type
out what I
analysis.
was, and it was exactly that. So,
So
but
you're
I
Pitta
can't
Vata.
really remember what it means. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, in Ayurveda, we see the person's body type. Basically, everybody are different. That is what Ayurveda believes. And here it is like the Ayurveda science is based on the five element theory, the five elements of the universe. So you know the five elements, right? Space, air, fire, water, and earth.
Hmm.
I told you these are in increasing, like the lightest element first. Space is very light, air
Hmm.
is lighter, fire is not very light, water is little bit
Hmm.
heavy, and earth is very much heavier. So it is in this
Hmm.
order: light,
Hmm.
lightest, lighter, light, moderately heavy, and heaviest. So like that.
Yeah.
Okay. These
Hmm.
five elements are present. These are the universal elements. They govern the universe. Everything that happens in the universe is because of these. And these elements are present in every living organism, even in the food articles, even in the plants, everything, the animals, even humans, everybody have all these five elements, but in different proportions, which makes
Hmm.
us unique. So these five elements, the permutation and combination of these becomes difficult for the human mind to understand. That is why they are simplified into three doshas, because when we talk about increase, decrease, balance, it is difficult for us, for the human mind, to talk about five elements, like one is more,
Yeah.
two is low, three is low. So that is why they have simplified into three doshas, just for a easy understanding. So these three doshas, that is vata, pitta, and kapha, these are the three doshas. Vata has all the five elements, but predominance of space and air. Okay, and Pitta has all the five elements, but with predominance of fire and water. And Kapha has all the five with predominance of water and earth. So no dosha
Hmm.
can lack any element. All the five elements will be there, but some will be more. It is simple. Like, for example, the chair that you're sitting in will have all the elements. It needs a space for the chair. There is also, air inside, so all these are there. But the earth element is more in it because of the solidity. The chair represents solidity, but the coffee that you take will have more of the water element in it because the
Yeah.
liquidity
Yeah.
component is more, but the
Yeah.
other elements will be there because it is heavy, again, volumetric, heavy, it occupies space in the cup. So every element will be there, but some elements will be more and less. So here Vata will have the representation. Vata person will have the representation of space and air elements in their body. See, the qualities, we are talking about the qualities, the quantity and the quality. So the quantity of the space and air element will be more in a Vata person, and the
Hmm.
qualities will also be more. So when we say qualities of space and air is like dryness, lightness, mobility, irregularity, coldness. These are the properties of Vata. You can see at the physical, physiological, and at the psychological level in a Vata person. And Pitta. Pitta is like fire and water, I told you, more predominantly. So fire is also fast. So Pitta will also have the fastness, but they will have stability at the same time because of the presence of water. But Vata lacks stability. Vata is fastness, but without a goal. Like the Vata energy is very scattered, you can say. But the Pitta energy is more focused, determined. So they know what they want and they're clear in the path of achievement. They have the solution finding capacity. So that's the nature of Pitta. But they are very perfect, you can say. But they don't, the stress tolerance, they take stress, but they immediately try to find a solution and to come out of stress. That's the nature of Pitta. And um, they sleep short. They always like to do things, and they are very regular. So goal oriented, you can say. They achieve their goals. They always have focus in some things, and they always want to do that. Okay, they have leadership qualities as well. So this is the nature of Pitta, and they have a fast metabolism at the digestive level. Okay, so at the physical, physiological, and psychological level, the qualities of fire and water element will be present in a Pitta person, and in a Kapha person, there is more water and earth. So the heaviest elements are more. So Kapha person are slow to change. They are not very physically motivated. They like to be relaxed. They like to do things calmly and slowly. Their stress tolerance is generally more. Okay, so this is the nature of the three doshas. And you have a combination of Pitta and Vata. This is your body type or Prakriti. That is, you're born with it and you live with it. Okay, but due to the imbalances created, for example, the irregular sleeping, like the disturbed sleep, we can say, the disturbed sleep in your condition, and maybe overworking beyond your capacity, this has led to increase of Vata and triggered by the menopause, actually. Okay, after menopause, naturally Vata increases in all of us, but maybe you did not slow down after menopause. Okay, and the sleep coupled with the sleep issues and too much overworking or beyond your capacity. So these all have caused imbalance in the Vata dosha.
Okay.
Okay, so we will help in the diet and lifestyle will help the changes that I will suggest you, and some herbs will help in balancing these. So first thing is, like, of course, running. I think you like running. You're a sport, because Pitta people are very sportive, but you have to slow down. Now we need endurance increasing exercise. Running is actually depleting your body, so you need endurance increasing exercise, which means slow walking, cycling, yoga, hatha yoga, okay, tai chi, pilates, all these are more preferable. So running, maybe once in 10 days or so, and short duration, because sometimes we love to do what we desire. We like to do what you love. So it is also good, it is also okay to do running, but short duration. Like if you run for 10-15 minutes, it is okay, and once in a week, not more. So short duration and less frequently should be okay.
Yes.
And the second thing is, like, yes, even if you're what you assessed about yourself is correct, you need more sleep. You need at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, because sleep nourishes our body. And it is okay to go to bed by 10, but try to stay in bed. Even if you're not feeling sleepy, try to stay in bed till 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So this is one thing. And second thing is, try to practice breathing exercise, slow breathing exercise before going to bed. This will help in relaxing your mind and detaching the mind from the stress of the day. So that helps. Or listen to some mantra, like, some soft music, mantra chant, or meditate. Also, you can apply ghee inside the nostril before going to bed. Okay, so
Okay.
these things help in improving your sleep quality. And no television, mobile, computer at least 2 hours before bedtime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
try to do that. Yeah.
okay.
And I've been trying to meditate as well, if I can, even if it's just 5 minutes, just to try to let go of the day. That does seem to help.
Yeah, so that is good. And it is good that you have stopped your coffee in the afternoon, but it is better to stop it in the morning also, because coffee is also, like, you're already an active person. So you don't need any type of stimulants. Coffee, tea are stimulating. Even wine, like, restrict it only to the weekends. You can have one glass of wine only on the weekends, not more. Um,
Okay.
and coming to the diet, so the major thing is you should not do intermittent fasting, because you are doing a lot of work during the day. So I am not asking you to eat more, but when you do intermittent fasting, that depletes your tissues. So what I suggest is have small portion for breakfast, maybe a small portion of porridge, oatmeal porridge, or some soaked
Yeah.
nuts and dry fruits, or one egg in the morning. Okay, something light for breakfast. And for lunch, raw vegetables should be restricted to only 2 times in a week, not more.
Oh, really? I'm
Raw
gonna have to do a lot of
at least one
changes
of
to my diet.
that's what I told you, right? Like some changes that some things that you're following are not good, that are contributing to the aggravation of vata and leading to this osteoporosis condition. So,
Okay.
so you have to take more steamed or sorted vegetables, and raw salad should be limited to only 2 times in a week.
Okay.
Okay, so this. And make sure to have carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are also necessary for energy. You will not gain a lot of weight. Your weight will remain from only 53 to 55 kilos. You're not going to put on weight like too much. So it is okay because your metabolism is good. So your plate should have half portion of vegetables, 1/4 portion of protein, and 1/4 portion of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates, you can take like potatoes or rice or quinoa. Okay.
Okay.
Like I told you, twice in a week you can take raw salads, but when you take raw salads, it should not be cold, not cold, room temperature. At room temperature, the salads are okay. And with oil dressing and some spices dressing, you can sprinkle some spices and some oil. Okay.
Yeah. Great.
And
Yes, I did that already. I love turmeric on my
oh,
lunch.
and for dinner, so maybe the bloating and other things are coming from the dinner, or maybe the way of eating. You should not eat fastly. You should take time. You should chew the food, masticate the food well. And for dinner, it is better to take, chicken is okay for dinner, but not red meat. Red meat, for example, you can have for lunch. I'm not saying you have to stop red meat. It's okay. 1 time or 2 time in a week, red meat is okay, but it is preferable to have for lunch or for breakfast, not for dinner, because it's heavy
Okay.
to digest. So dinner should be basically the lightest meal of the day. There should be no cheese or yogurt uh, or red meat for dinner because they are heavy to digest for dinner time. You can have yogurt maybe for breakfast or for lunch. Cheese can be for
Okay.
breakfast or for lunch, but not for dinner. Okay, and
Okay.
water intake is good, but you should drink like more warm, lukewarm water. Lukewarm water is more better, and herb infusion is also good. Cook with spices, but not too much of hot spices like chili, fresh ginger, mustard should be reduced. But dry ginger is okay. A little bit of garlic is okay. Fennel, coriander, cumin, curcuma, they are all very good for you. Black pepper, all these are very good for you, not a problem. And
Okay.
include good amount of oil or ghee in your diet. So oil, it could be olive oil or coconut oil or sesame oil or even ghee. Okay, not
Hmm.
butter, but ghee is better. Okay, and
Okay.
coming to the vegetables. So see, among the carbohydrates, I told you rice, wheat, potatoes, and quinoa are more preferable. Oats are also good for you. So these five, but reduce the intake of millets, buckwheat, rye.
I don't eat those, so that's okay.
So maize, all these four you have to reduce. And then among the vegetables, you should take more sweet and juicy vegetables like fennel, pumpkin, zucchini, beetroot, carrots. They are all more good for you.
Okay.
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 And among the, like, you have to reduce the intake of bitter vegetables like cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, kale, leeks should be minimized. You can take them, but sometimes once in a while,
Okay.
well cooked
Okay.
excess.
All
Okay.
right.
And the lentils. So, like, you can take all types of beans and lentils, not a problem. You have to soak them in water and cook with the ghee and spices because lentils are drying in nature. So, well cooked
Okay.
lentils are okay to take. Tofu is also okay for you. And
Okay.
eggs, meat. Every day you should make sure to have protein in your meal.
Yeah. I'm trying to increase the protein I take. So yeah. Okay. Good.
And if you're taking nuts and dry fruits, you have to take them like in soaked form. Soaked nuts and dry fruits are more preferable. Okay, don't take in raw form.
Okay.
And I will suggest you some natural supplements which will help. So you can take them for 3 months initially, and later we can see.
Okay. All right.
you will considering the T-score, I think you have to take the supplements for at least 6 months. So this will help.
All right.
I will type it and send it to you. Okay. And it will also be good to do self massage one time in a week. Self massage is very relaxing for the body and mind. It also promotes good sleep. Okay.
Massage once a week.
I will type and send you all whatever we discussed today along with the recommendation on herbs. Okay.
Okay, that's great. Lovely. Thank you very much, Dr. Lakshmi. I see that I'm going to have to make lots of little adjustments.
Yes.
But this is,
sometimes we think it is healthy and it is good, but then according to our body needs, we have to adapt slightly. So yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Great. Well,
Okay.
wonderful. I've got a lot to think about. That's great.
But that will definitely help. Yes.
My husband Francois, he will be reaching out to you soon because I think he wants to go over whether he needs to up some of the supplements or so
Okay.
he'll be in touch very soon, I think.
Okay.
So.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
Okay.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to getting your email and have a very nice weekend. And thank you again.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Namaste. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye.